Hey, would you like to join us on our 60-foot sail cutter, built in 2007, the Willem Johannes? We take you with us on our journeys and explain a little more about our choices, why we do what we do, the trouble we run into, and the fun stuff. We take you with us in rougher and calmer waters. Join us in our story and that of our dog Reef. After a period of sailing long stretches, we decide to sail a quiet route with some short distances this week. We therefore decide to take a sheltered trip behind the Isle of Orust in Sweden.
Taking my time as the sun it shines on me and everyone that has come to find. This world is cruel, but there's nothing new. Living in the moment is the only truth. But let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth. But let's go slow. Salted towns are where I'd rather be. They give me love and they set me free. The ocean's tides can't live without the moon. And darling, the same goes for me and you. Let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth. Let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth. Let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth. Now. Let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth. Let's go slow.
We make frequent use of our dinghy during this trip and are already becoming quite adept to hoisting it aboard. It takes us about 12 to 15 minutes on average. The anchor in these bays seem to hold just fine, which can also be seen in the neat track we make behind the anchor. And as always, hoisting the anchor requires some coordination, but we're getting more and more adept at that too. The advantage of circling the Isle of Orust is that there is more sheltered winds. There is enough wind to get you to the next destination with a little current. The coastline here differs considerably from the skerries on the seaside. The quays here are lush with trees, which is a welcome green change on this otherwise rocky journey. prepare a bath for Reef on deck, but Mr. Dog has little interest in it. It was worth the effort, as our Bulgarian mongrel is not quite used to the higher temperatures we face these days. We pick up our favorite biscuits at the supermarket on the way and look ahead to what the next few days will bring us. Now there seems to be a lot of wind coming, so we mainly look for a place where we can stay in port for a few days where it is nice to visit the town. And on the way, we're already treated to the first thunderstorm and rain showers, and we decide to take down the sails, because after all, you never know how much potential wind can be in those showers. Later, it turned out it was mainly a lot of rain, which plagued our Willem Johannes, and its skipper in particular. The wind is apparently saved for later. We anchored near a nice spot near Vinden, and the day after continued our journey again with the necessary rain. The choice for our shelter port falls on Gullholmen, where there are nice, empty, longitudinal quays, and more importantly, where our Reef can meet his canine friend, Ott. After all, our sister ship Gandalf is berthed in the same harbor. together with us, they explore the picturesque village, where only 85 people live out of season. In anticipation of the storm, we do the necessary chores on board between walks, including mopping up with our new Dyson submarine, and it turns out to be quite a hit. The long-awaited storm came after a turbulent evening watching football on board with the Dutch community. Soon after the match, which the Netherlands won, the wind picked up. Over 50 knots of wind was measured during the night. And this results in nightly inspection rounds, lines that we need to tighten even more here and there. We are in a good position in relation to the wind, but especially early in the night it is a southerly wind and smashes right on our ship's bottom. It turns more to the southwest, putting us a little bit more in lee of the island. Fortunately, we made it through the night without damage, but the wind continued to blow hard for much of the day as well. Tomorrow, we will continue our journey towards Norway, if the wind has died down, of course. You can follow more of our journeys on our social media channels and on sailingwillemjohannes.nl.